But here we go. We're getting into our grand finals here. It's going to be a best of 5, and game 1 is going to be on 10,000 feet. Let's go. Let us go. As we're here to crown our champion. We're here to crown the Rising Star. Back the Rising Star. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of 10,000 feet, we have the blue Zerg player. The blue Zerg player himself. It is YoungYakov. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the red Protoss player. The red Protoss player himself, representing Team Little Fairy, it is Shameless. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we get into our best of 5. Aye. Let's go. Here we go. As Yakov starts off with a proxy hatch. Let's go. The drone is being sent towards the natural, looking to hatch block Shameless. So cheeky move here from YoungYakov. Yakov does open hatch first, so it's going to be hatch first back at home into the hatch block across the map. Remember, this is not an all-in. This is not an all-in. This is not a rush. This is designed to disrupt and delay the economy and disrupt the build of Shameless. Here you go. Bienvenidos. Buenos días. Buenos días. As the drone moves in, and the hatchery is thrown down. Now, typically, there are 2 responses to this. There are 2 responses. One is to pull the boys. One is you pull like 6 to 7 probes, you move in, you get a surround, and you focus down the hatchery. Otherwise, you can have a cool, calm, collected response and going double gateway. So 2 gate opener, 2 gate response. Ooh, a little bit misplaced there when it comes to the cyber core. A little bit shaky. But the way this works here is that you're going to wait for the zealot, you wait for the zealots, you wait for the adepts, you focus on the hatchery, you force a cancel, and then you counterattack. You counterattack with your units that you built up in the early game. And that can be really difficult for the Zerg player to deal with because their own spawning pool and gas geysers are delayed, right? This tech here is delayed because this was technically a hatch build before gas and before pool. So it's going to be double zealot, double adept out of Shameless. He's going to have 4 units to counterattack. And he'll be forcing YoungYakov not to drone, but to make a wave of Zerglings. Oh, never mind. Shameless, he delays the adepts for a moment here, going for the Stargate first. Okay. I mean, the adepts are still on the way. Still on the way, there's a cancellation. Drone does scout the main, does confirm the Oracle, does confirm the Stargate. So nice scout by YoungYakov. Does scout, does confirm. As he throws down a second hatchery. Okay, a bigger delay. So a bigger delay here for Shameless. Cheeky moves out of YoungYakov. The drone is still alive, distracting the zealot. Oh no, but Shameless, happy. Oh, okay. He called it for the Oracle. Okay. Shameless was supply blocked. Is supply blocked. Feels probe, man. And if they shade across the map, they can one-shot drones. They get 1, 2. 2 drones go down. 1 was scouting. 1 was the harassing drone. Again, Shameless being active. I believe he has an extra pair. Yeah, he does have an extra pair of adepts. Moving in and building up to 4 adepts already. It does threaten the shade. Again, forcing out all these Zerglings. Link speed does finish. And Yakov can't engage. Oof. Yeah, throws away some Zerglings. Tries to collapse in. We shade, we commit into the natural. Drones are going to be going down. The boys are being pulled. Oh my god. 3 drone kills, 4. Yeah, 4 more drones go down. This will be cleaned up. But again, a nice trade here by Shameless. As he's still not done. Shading into the main base. Softening up the drones. The Oracle is going to be coming in. Doesn't quite make it through though. And just sustained a little hull damage earlier. So building up to 2 Oracles. Oh. Does slip by. Denies mining. Denies mining, building up here on 2 bases. So far, Shameless, he's recovering. He's killed 6 drones so far. Nice value, nice damage. Once again, poking in. Ooh, does overextend, losing an Oracle. This is not worth it. Yeah, 2 drones is nice, but it's not worth the Oracle. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, Shameless does overextend, and he may even lose another Oracle. He loses both. Oh, God. Shameless, Yakov, calm down. You did well. Oh God. He's like, I should not be doing well this game. Gonna kill my own hatchery. Ah. Ah no. It's a proper Zerg player. Can never be in a good position. Calm down, Pap. Yeah, from here, we're taking up, droning, saturating. Again, I would say that when it comes to early game, better position for YoungYakov. He's in a better position. So he dips into the main. Does scout the tech. It gets eyes on Blink on +1. And we'll see what Shameless can achieve with this. As Yakov is playing standard. +1 melee, Baneliness, going into Lingbane Hydra. Technically, with all these 6 gases, this can lead into Lingbane Muta. Technically. I don't know if it's necessary, though. Does sound like a big risk that can be punished, but we'll see. Nice catch on the Adept. On the Zell, there's no safety shield battery. There's no battery here. Stalker also going to get surrounded. The Valley here is brutal. And again, the only reason why this is doing so much damage is because the Oracle count was reset. Usually there's 1 or 2 Oracles to defend, but without any Oracles, I mean, this is getting out of hand. 4 more probe kills. This should not be happening at this stage of the game. It's all just snowballing out of control. From one thing to the other. We do see a second Robo on the way. Shameless going to double Robo, double Colossus production. Can he get there, though? Blink is not done. No, Blink isn't done. What are we doing out here? Yeah, Leagues, they're coming for the surround. They lock down the Stalkers. Gets 1, 2, 3, 4 Stalkers. Massive losses for Shameless. GG gets called, and YoungYakov takes game number 1. GG. Whew. Oh, also, my apologies. I will have to fix that in-game score. My apologies. Yes, Shameless versus Shameless. But GG well played with that YoungYakov. It does take a lead in the series. Does take game 1. Again, a very chaotic game 1 as well. Very, very chaotic. The reasoning for this is because of Shameless losing his Oracles, to be honest. If those Oracles didn't go down, Shameless, he defends back at home. He protects his mineral line. He protects his units, and he gets into the mid game. Like, very different kind of game state. But remember, Shameless, he lost both Oracles across the map. That was unacceptable damage. GG. GG well played. And with that, we're now getting into game number 2. Let's go. Let us go. But if you recall, the reason why I said double Shameless is because we had to customly adapt or customly change the UI for Jumi. Otherwise, he was just Gigabunk. But here we go. Spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Tythos Citadel, we have the blue Zerg player. We have the blue Zerg player himself leading the series 1-0. It is YoungYakov. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the red Protoss player. The red Protoss representing Team Little Fairy. It is Shameless. And as we settle into game 2, a big shout out to HandsMuff666 in the chat. God, thank you so much. Thank you so much for subscribing and for converting a Prime sub to a Tier 1 sub. Thank you. From Prime sub to Tier 1. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Bobby. We do appreciate it. We do appreciate the support. We do appreciate the support in the chat, and I hope you enjoy the content. I hope you enjoy the StarCraft. Thank you, baby. Thank you. Do appreciate it. Yeah. Subscribing for 2 months. For 2 months, baby. Otherwise, YoungYakov, once again, do you see what I see? Hatch block. 2 games in a row, he's going for the hatch block, looking to disrupt the opener of his opponent. Drone moves in, and the hatchery is thrown down. So once again, this should elicit the same response. So going for a second gateway, early Zealots into double Zealot, double Adept. We should be seeing the same response. Again, the response was not bad last game. It was the follow-up. It was the Oracles, right? The Oracles, they fell on their face. It was just a really, really rough mid-game there. Early to mid-game for Shameless. Again, we cannot afford to lose Oracles that quickly, that early on. Not in ZVP. I mean, not in any matchup. Guess names should be fixed. Should be fixed. Shameless will swipe away at the hatchery. Again, eventually this will be cancelled. There's the second Zealots. We have the Stargate follow-up, and we have the 2 Adepts. Yakov is going to be forced to cancel. He shouldn't be allowed to delay any further. Oh, he wants to. No, he gets in. No, he gets to the hatchery. Yeah, throws it down. Thankfully, the Zealots are still in position. Yeah, he'll be fine. This does delay the expansion a little bit further here, but it's going to be cancelled. Ooh, that was a kill, not a cancel. That should not have happened. That should not have happened. Massive loss for YoungYakov, and suddenly Yakov is behind. Yakov, he just threw away 300 minerals. 300 minerals down the drain this early on. That is brutal. What does that mean? That means less queens. Like, we could have had a 3rd and 4th queen on the way, but the money spent on the queens was spent on the hatchery. Could have been more droning. Could have been anything. Nice round. Nice round of the Adept. Yeah, the queen's just now on the way. A later 3rd queen does mean that the Oracles are going to be more effective. Nice round on the 2nd Adept though. Okay. Catching both Adepts. And catching out one of the Zealots. Oh, trying to. The Oracle pokes forward. Spore is just now on the way. Damage is going to be done. And again, there should be extra queens here. So far, losing 4, almost up to 5. Oh, almost. 4 drones go down. This time, Shameless is not as greedy. The Oracle rotates. And cleaning up Zerglings. Still more value here out of the Protoss. And again, this has just been a shaky start here for YoungYakov. It's been rough. Has been rough. Oh. This time both Oracles survive. And hello, Shameless. What's going on? Shameless, he's getting a 2nd Stargate. Now, from here, we have some options. This could be 2nd Stargate into a Fleet Peak into a Tempest Rush. Otherwise, we could go Mass Oracle. 3 Oracles so far. That's not crazy. That's standard. Opening up Triple Oracle. And do you see what I see? I see a 4th Oracle on the way. Oh, boy. We're going Mass Oracle, pappy. Shameless. He's shameless. He wants to have some fun. Oh, God. Now, this is a build. Typically, this coincides with Charge. So you have Mass Oracle in the sky, and you have Mass Charge also on the ground. I don't see a Twilight Council yet. But the Oracles are amassing. There's Transfuse. Gets Queen. Gets one. Gets another. It's going to be close. Oracle gets Quartz. So a bit of a back and forth trade here. Does pick up 2 queens. Can we get a 3rd queen? Does sustain a lot of hits and does this time get away. It does pull out. Now, the reason why this is worth it, I mean, losing an Oracle was brutal, and we could have seen Shameless maybe save that Oracle, but the queen count was already low to begin with. Remember, it was already low because of the dead hatchery. So YoungYakov, he already has a low queen count, and he just lost another 3 queens. And queens, that's the anti-air. I mean, that's what we have against the Mass Oracle. The Mass Oracle, it's building up. We have a lot of Oracles already on the way. With less queens, there's less to deal with this. There's less defense. This is the only queen. There's 1 queen to defend. There's 2 more on the way. The oracles are coming. Now, obviously, spores will help. True. Spores will help, but with enough oracles, you can just dive on the spore. He's tempted. So we have a 5th oracle on the way. Currently, there's 2 queens. There's about to be 3. Yeah, we go for the dive. We're going for the queen. Yeah, the queen and the spore. The spore goes down. The oracle does pull away in time. Nice control. No, Jesus. And without no mining. Yeah, denied mining here at the natural. Ling Bane commits in. No major economic damage. Only 2 drone kills. Banelings, they'll bust through. The Lings, can they deny the expansion? Nah, they won't be able to. Yeah, they won't quite be able to. Oracle's a race back home in time. But Yakov, his economy is still standing strong, right? Like this could have been disastrous. This could have been the entire mineral line going down. But thankfully, YoungYakov, he distracted. Spire is now on the way. And these things are keeping Shameless busy. Keeping him busy. They're keeping him pinned. Yakov diving in once again, gets on top of the Zealots. Banelings are waddling in, and they do get into the mineral line. Oh, they're stuck! Oh my god, massive connections. 5 probes go down. Surrounds the Archon as well. And the Oracle's out of energy. Wow, the Oracles, despite there being so many of them, they're out of energy. Lings are overwhelming. They break on through. Nice save on what remains. Nice save with the War Prism. And Yakov, he stabilizes. Like Yakov, he's able to drone up, saturate, Hydrogen is done, Hydras are amassing as we speak, Gold base is up and running, so we have a boosted economy here for YoungYakov. It is vulnerable, there's no spore, but Shameless is stuck at home. He's stuck at home, these oracles are unable to move out. Yakov, he has recovered and he takes the lead. He's taken a lead. Again, there was a lot of potential here for Shameless, but remember, he lost an oracle early on, he was delayed when it comes to breaking the natural base. Again, just really smart for YoungYakov to counterattack. These oracles, they might still punish the gold. True. Yeah, Spore isn't done, and the Spore won't finish. Yeah, Spore will not finish. Nice damage with the oracles. Catching up 5 drones. Once again, though, there's just so much supply tied up in these oracles, and they're energy-based units. They're great harassing, but once they're out of energy, they're dead supply. They didn't do anything. They didn't help in the defense. Yeah, the oracles that had supply. What do we have to defend? We have 2 Archons. We have 2 High Templar. Storm is not even halfway done, so Storm is going to be a non-factor. And here comes YoungYakov. He's going for the kill. Oh no, the oracles! He gets 2. 2 oracles go down. Banelings, they make their way into the mineral line. No major connections. But the battery's out of energy. Archons are going down, and Banelings, they roll in. And YoungYakov, he has done it. He has done it. He has broken Shameless. Oof. Takes down the Zealots, takes down the Oracles. There's 3 Oracles left, down to 0. There's 0 Oracles, 3rd base has been broken. GG gets called, and YoungYakov takes game number 2. Whew. GG. GG, well played. Again, a very intense game here with YoungYakov fumbling early on, losing a hatchery, allowing himself to be vulnerable early on, and Shameless took a risk. He took a risk, he took a chance. He did get ahead. He did get ahead, and he chose to go double Stargate Mass Oracle, which is a very niche build, very niche, very unorthodox. It has potential. It has potential. We've seen this take down some of the best Zerg players in the world. We've seen Raynor tied to this. We've seen several struggle against this as well. Like, that has happened. But unfortunately, we saw that YoungYakov, he was able to minimize losses. He only lost 2 drones. He lost 2 drones to the Oracles. I would say that Shameless did have some indecisiveness when it came to his aggression with the Oracles, and did lose an Oracle as well, which was less than ideal. So it took him a little bit longer to break into the base and to deal any damage. We saw that YoungYakov, he responded well, he did save his boys, did pull them away, and he was able to counterattack with his Ling Bane. Did counterattack, did force Shameless back home. GG. GG, well played. With that, Yakov, he shut down the Oracles. The Oracles, in the end, they weren't worth it. They were not worth it. They barely did any economic damage. GG. GG, well played. With that, we're getting into game number 3. Potentially the final game of the series. Is spawning in the top right-hand corner of the Old Republic. We have the blue Zerg player, the blue Zerg player himself, leading the series 2-0. It is YoungYakov. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of the Old Republic, we have the red Protoss player, the red Protoss himself, representing Team Little Fairy. It is Shameless. And for the first time this series, oh no, he's coming in. He wants the hatch block once again, baby. He's coming. He's coming for the block. The drone is on the way. Un momento. In the chat, hatchery only costs 275. It does cost 275. It was still a big loss there for YoungYakov early on. He did fall behind early on. Did fall behind. But the hatchery has been thrown down. And hopefully this time YoungYakov will not lose the base. Hopefully. Hatchery has been thrown down. Meanwhile, same reaction, same response. So going for the 2-gate opener, 2 gateways into double zealot, into double adept. Shameless is building up. Last from here, he is going to be building up. Will eventually force a cancel, then can counterattack, and we'll see if YoungYakov can minimize losses. We shall see. Interesting, this time Shameless, he's going to be going for a faster second adept, and he's going for a later Stargate. We've been seeing both in Game 1 and Game 2 earlier Stargates out of Shameless, this time slightly delayed. Which is a more standard response. Drone does cancel, pokes in. The drone confirms that there is a Stargate. As the drone does go down, and here comes a counterattack. So Shameless does move out. Back at home, YoungYakov, he's building up his queens. He's forced to make Lings. Ling speed is on the way. And we'll see if he can deal with this. First adept has arrived. We can see Shameless making another pair of adepts behind this, so building up to 4 adepts. The queens, they hold their own. Shade is cancelled. Attempted, doesn't commit in. Now it's built up to 4 adepts. He's built up his army. He's containing YoungYakov on 2 bases. Shameless does expand. And now we can start to commit. Okay, peeking away at the queen. Does take away. Here comes the Oracle. Shameless, he hasn't committed yet. He hasn't lost anything. So again, threatening that shade. And we have Shameless going for his Twilight Council follow-up. It looks actually quite aggressive. I don't see a Forge yet. Yeah, no Forge out of Shameless. That's going to be a Twilight Council before third. True. In my mind, it's going to be Glaive Adept. So we have seen Shameless mix things up into early Blink. But in my mind, this should be Glaives. Oracles, they poke in. They get one drone. They're still in position to deny the third base. YoungYakov, he cannot expand. Ooh, forced to expand on low ground. And yet we have confirmation. Glaive Adepts. So again, fast Twilight Council, fast Glaives. Shameless, he is committing. And currently, YoungYakov has no idea. And oh, he's going into fast Hydra. Wait, what? 2-base lair into fast Hydras? Oh, no. A bold move out of YoungYakov. Crazy build, actually. So skipping the Evo Chamber, skipping +1, skipping the Roach Horn, skipping the Bailey Nest, going into insanely fast Hydras, and this will be ideal for Shameless. Again, Adepts, they do bonus damage to light units. That includes Lings and Hydras. That's why typically you want a Bailing or a Roach response. Ooh, as the Oracle does go down, bit of miscontrol there from Shameless. Yeah, it does miscontrol. Shameless, he did see the lair at least. He's aware of the lair, he's aware of the gases. In his mind, it could be Mutas, it could be a Spire, or it could be a Hydra Den. But it doesn't matter. He's moving out with the Adepts. Here come the Mass Adepts. It's going to be a difficult defense for YoungYakov. Yakov, he didn't scout. He's just now scouting. He now knows. He's now aware. No Forge, Twilight Council. Bailey Nest will help. It's on the way. He needs those Bailings. With Bailings, he can defend. Adepts, they... Oh, they commit to the Shade. Yeah, it does commit in. Lings are already here for the surround. Yeah, decent surround here with the Lings, and with that, Yakov, he holds. He completely cleans this up. This was a questionable Shade here from Shameless. He will lose everything. That wasn't worth it. That was not worth it. Remember, the third base is laid, so there's no defensive setup here. Adepts, they can trade well against this, but he got completely surrounded here. Yakov, he got the best service area he could have hoped for. The best service area. Shameless, he got too excited. He got too excited. No. And Shameless is hurting. Shameless is hurting. At this point, we do have a really strong Hydra timing available. The upgrades are already on the way. As I mentioned before, it was just an insanely fast Hydra Den. There's no Evo Chamber, there's no upgrade. In my mind, Yakov should be going for a 3-base all-in. Joining up to 60, maybe 66 drones at the most. Yep, taking his gases. Get a 4th base just for Larva and just mass up with pure Ling Hydra. So in my mind, we shouldn't be seeing an Evo Chamber, but we'll see. If he throws down an Evo Chamber, that would be a sign of a longer game. Whether it's an Evo Chamber or an Infestation Pit. And more drones. If we see any of those 3 things, then it'll be a sign of a macro game. But otherwise, Yakov should just commit. So Yakov, he joins up to 59. So just under 3-base saturation. Basically, Yakov, he's choosing not to get his 6th Gas Geyser. So he's not getting his final Gas Geyser. Just making nothing but Ling Hydra. Here come the Bailings. Here comes Yolin. Now the Observer does spot this. Shameless, he knows. Jesus. Okay, I like this. He's going into Mass Sentry. So the reason why Sentries are ideal in this position is because there's no Ravagers. So the Force Fields cannot be dealt with. So with good enough control, he can slice up the army in half. Oh my god. Bailings, I didn't quite make it through. That was very close. Very close. Calm down, buddy. Calm down. The Force Fields are the only thing keeping him alive in this game. Speaking of, once again, does run away the army. Nice Force Fields. But the problem is he's running out. He's running out of Force Fields. Doesn't have many left. No. Bailings get in. Massive connections. Oh my god. Yeah, Bailings, they do smash forward. Hydras, they start to step in. Bailings, they shut down the sentries. And we just need reinforcements. Here we go. The Lings, they come in to reinforce. And with that, YoungYakov, he has done it. He breaks the main army. He breaks the Adepts. He breaks the sentries. And there's nothing left. Yeah, there's nothing here. Again, the 4th base was just for Larva. There was no Evo Chamber, no further tech, no further upgrades. Just a 3-base all-in out of YoungYakov. And Pappy, we're going to pull off the 3-0. I thought we were going to get like a game 4 or a game 5, especially between these 2 players. Adepts, they barely hold on. Shameless does survive, but it cost him 21 probes. 21 workers. And now we see the pit. To be honest, I don't think we even need it. Like, Yakov, he could just keep making more Ling Hydra. He doesn't even need to drone, but he is. He's droning, he's saturating. He's taking up, getting another gas geyser. Yakov is getting further ahead. Oh, it does lose 5 drones, though. 5 workers go down. But yeah, Yakov is just taking up. We have the Lurker 10 as well. Taking up into Hive Tech Lurkers. Instead, Shameless, he's the one that's now all in. If you notice, Shameless isn't making probes. He's not making workers. He's building up. Again, it's either all in or die trying. Macro is not an option. Alright, let's go. Technically, the other thing that we could do is just get a fast 4th base, throw down a fleet beacon, and then just pray that you get left alone and go into Sky Toss. But Yakov is not going to leave you alone. Like, Yakov is not going to leave you alone. So no shot. Shameless, he commits. It's all about those force fields. Oh, speaking of, very nice. But gee, the force fields are on point, Bab. Yeah. Force fields, they lock him down. We have more force fields that came from. True. More force fields. Failing, some of them do make it in. Oh my god, massive connections. Yeah, it's too much. Yeah, it's far too much here. GG gets called, and YoungYakov, he will claim the series 3-0, becoming this season's OSC Elite champion. GG. He's this season's OSC Elite Rising Star. GG, well played. Congratulations to YoungYakov. He does claim the series. Again, we saw that Shameless, he did commit into Glaive Adepts. I wasn't opposed to it. I wasn't opposed to the Glaive Adepts, especially against Ling Hydra, but unfortunately that first shade lost Shameless the game. He shaded into the natural and he shaded into Ling Hydra. Like, the army was ready. The army was already surrounding the shade of the Adepts. He committed to the shade. He lost everything. He killed like 3 drones. I think he killed 3 drones. He didn't kill any Hydras. From that moment forward there, Shameless, he was down and out. Yakov, he droned up to 60. Technically, he droned up to 59 workers. He stayed on 5 gases, 4th base just for lava, went for a Ling Hydra all in. GG, well played. We had some very impressive force fields out of Shameless, both defensively and offensively. Very nice force fields, but there was nothing else to the army, right? There was no Colossus, there was no Storm, there was no Archons, there was no meat to the army itself. Some impressive control there out of Shameless, very impressive, but there was nothing else to it, unfortunately. Like, again, he was just down and out. So GG, well played. With that, YoungYakov, he will claim the series. He will be our champion. Congratulations here to YoungYakov, as he does come out on top. Again, Yakov and Shameless, they often go back and forth. We've seen a bunch of best of 7s where they go all the way to the ace match as well, but specifically in this series, 3-0, a very chaotic series as well. Every single game, what did YoungYakov do? Hatch block. He went for the hatch block. He forced like kind of an early uncomfortable game state out of Shameless, and it forced some really weird reactions. Here in game 3 we had Glaive Adepts. In game 2 we had double Stargate Mass Oracle, which, I mean, again Shameless was ahead in game 2, right? Like, I feel like he should have won that game. He was ahead, but he committed into Mass Oracle into like a quirky follow-up, and it wasn't worth it. It was crazy. GG, well played. Chaotic series. Congratulations to Yakov. And with that, we have crowned our champion. Again, it was an intense tournament. From the beginning, we did expect the finals to be Shameless and YoungYakov. In the end, we saw that no one could really stop them. We did see that both Mini-Zerg, Sebestus, and Homono did make Shameless bleed a little bit here. Same with Mino VK. True. They had their own kind of moments. But congratulations. Hold on, I'm just looking to update the page. Un momento. Just catching up. How he jumps like that, that's crazy. Getting a good sear on a steak. True. Sorry, just catching up. Anybody else? You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. With that, we're going to be wrapping up here for the day and for the event. With that, we have crowned our champion. Sorry, just setting up the Wikipedia page. We can do it together. True. Do it together. Alright, what do we have here? Semifinals. Our semifinals here, it was Shameless. He won 3-1. We had YoungYakov claim his series 3-0. Finals was Shameless versus YoungYakov. Beautiful. And then we had the bronze match, which was PvZ versus Jimmy, which I believe was also a 3-0. Yeah. Okay, beautiful. And there we have it. Okay, there we have the bracket before us here. Again, Shameless, he did work his way through, and as we mentioned before, he did actually bleed on his way to the finals. He dropped a map to Sebestus, dropped a map to Honmono, dropped a map to PvZ before getting knocked down by YoungYakov in that 3-0 fashion. Again, pure best of fives, non-stop best of fives throughout the entire bracket. Meanwhile, YoungYakov, he also did drop a map to MindoVK early on, and I will say that in my opinion, Lemon would have also posed a threat as well, but there was a walkover. There was a walkover in the quarterfinals. So Yakov, he was able to breeze his way through the quarterfinals, took down Jimmy 3-0 to become our eventual champion. MindoVK being the only player to take a map, off of YoungYakov. Likewise, shout out to Jimmy, because Jimmy, even though he got knocked down by Yakov, he did still come in third place, taking down PvZ in the previous bronze match. So congratulations, we have Yakov in first, Shameless in second, Jimmy in third, and PvZ in fourth. And I will say that's kind of like the big surprise factor for me was PvZ. PvZ, he's a very young player. He's 19 years old. He's very young, and he's very new to this level of play. PvZ, he only hit GM like last year. Like PvZ, he hasn't really gotten a lot of experience in these kind of tournaments, so he was a dark horse, right? He was a dark horse, he was the underdog. To take down both Inexorable and Mute, who have been active for a lot longer, was impressive, was very, very impressive. Even here, went all the way to the ace match. I do recommend it. If you missed out on the series, if you missed out on the VODs, Inexorable versus PvZ was crazy. Best of 5. Inexorable, he was up 2-0, by the way. He was up 2-0, and then PvZ, he pulled off the reverse sweep, so we had a crazy back and forth between these two players. Definitely one of the highlight series of the entire tournament. Do recommend it. But yeah, really impressive to see PvZ do well here, and I hope to see more of him. I hope he's able to keep up the pace when it comes to improving and continuing to compete as well. Do hope he continues to compete. But otherwise, GG, well played. With that, so we are going to be wrapping up here for the morning. When it comes to the rest of our schedule and the rest of the broadcast, bam, you can see it here before you. We just wrapped up with our Tuesday morning broadcast. We do not have another broadcast this evening. It is just going to be Tuesday morning, and tomorrow we're going to be live with PvZ Cup. That's going to be a live broadcast of PvZ Cup. We also have the WarDTV Monday scheduled for tomorrow evening as well. It's a little bit of an asterisk on that one, just because we don't have the replays yet, but once we get them, we can organize a WarDTV cast. Meanwhile, Thursday we have the Pond cast in the evening, and we should have another cast in the morning. I did just confirm. So Thursday morning we're going to put another event in there. It's going to be the OSC Elite Rising Star number 18. So this event was 17.5, and on Thursday we have number 18 instead. I can actually give you a bit of a teaser as to that bracket. Hold on. So as one ends, the other does begin almost immediately. And you can see the bracket here ready for you. Un momento. Bam, so this is going to be on Thursday. So Thursday, this is the same tournament, but the next edition, OSC Elite Rising Star number 18. As you can see here, we have 14 Protoss players. This event also featuring up-and-coming players. We have Art, Creature, Hydra. There's Jumi once again. There's Jumi, Lelix, MindoVK, Mute, Night Phoenix, Pappy, Rebellion, Sebestus, Shameless. There's Shameless again, and UED Soldier. For Terran, we have Baby Marine, Defiance, Inexorable, Milky Cow, and Moja. And for Zerg, we have Eon, Erebus Black, GG Machine, Hatsu, Iba, MiniZerg. There's MiniZerg again, and Shino. So we have our players. We have our top players here. 26. Jesus. 26 players are going to be facing off, and this time it's going to be a double elimination bracket. The event we just casted was single elimination. This is going to be double elimination, and more players as well. More players, double elimination, massive brackets. It's going to be intense. You can see that these players are seeded in because of their previous performances. So Jumi's already seeded in. The round of 32 is going to be a big one. So we're going to be covering the round of 32. That's going to be again on Thursday. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but we're missing a player. If you look at the lineup here, who is the reigning champion? Yakov. Because Yakov is the reigning champion, and because he has, I think he's won like 3 OSC Elite Rising Star tournaments, like in relatively short fashion, he's ineligible. Like, Yakov, congratulations, he is our champion, but it also means that he is not eligible to compete in this tournament. He's just too good. He is deemed to be too good here, and it does give the opportunity for the other players to rise up instead, to also rise up to join YoungYakov, of course, to join him. As he has risen. So that's why YoungYakov is not available here. That's why he's not competing, just because he has been that much more dominant as of late. And again, it does give the opportunity to some of these other players to thrive and to excel. And again, that is going to be on the Thursday morning slot. So that's going to be in 2 days. 2 days time, this very same time slot for this event. So as a heads up. Yeah. But otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. That's right. Yeah. Gracias, Hansma. Gracias. But with that, thanks for watching. Thanks so much for the support. With that, we're going to be heading off for the time being. So I hope you all enjoyed yourselves. I hope you all had a great time. And stick around as I'm a little bit hungry. It's 3 p.m. Tempted. All right, stick around. We're going to be streaming. We're going to be live here on our personal channel. Also, before I get ahead of myself, if you want to support us, you can do so via Patreon, !Patreon in the chat. Our Patreon does fund our tournaments on a regular basis, so you can help support us on Patreon if you wish. Otherwise, you can also support us in another way. You can support us via following us on YouTube. I just spoke about Mini Zerg versus Inexorable. He did really well there. If you missed out on the VODs, if you want to watch those VODs yourself, check him out on YouTube. YouTube is the place to be, as we stream on YouTube on a daily basis, and all the VODs are there. All the VODs are over on YouTube. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks so much for the support. I'm going to be having a small, cheeky ladder session just because we have no cast later on tonight. Join me. I'm going to go get some food, though. I'm going to go get a snack before streaming. So, see you then. Until then, ciao. Bye, ciao. Hasta luego.